everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Good morning, Ariana. I apologize for being a bit late. We are moving into our new house here in Falls City Falls City, Oregon. I don't know how much I should disclose about our location and things, but it's kind of a new thing for us. Anyway, we're getting moved in, and it was laundry day and sheets day, and I'm reminded of a story that my partner often tells me about how when growing up, her dad was always so excited for laundry day because he would walk in after a long day at work doing whatever he was doing, and he'd walk into the room and he'd go clean sheets, and he'd be all excited to hop into the crisp, new, clean, fresh scented sheets of a freshly made bed. He was military, so that also was kind of a detail thing for him. And laundry day, clean sheets. What does that have to do with why we show up here today to do a grounding or do a meditation? And for me, I think in the moment, it comes down to self-love, self-care. Um, they are the best. And it depends on what kind of clean sheets too are in it. Like in the wintertime, like flannel sheets are really, really cool. In the summertime, like a nice, crisp, fresh, clean, cold linen. Yeah. Um, so, yeah. So this the self love, self care of being. Oh yes, bamboo. I love bamboo. Um, my first set of new sheets after Dina and I got separated was bamboo, and it's just absolutely amazing. I love them. But yeah, that the self care, the the allowing of oneself to enjoy small little simple pleasures to take care of oneself. And so in the moment, the reason I was late to this broadcast is because I was taking care of myself. Um, So, I wonder how do you do self care? What does self care mean to you, and how do you do little things throughout the day to take care of yourself? Um, I was listening to an interesting concept on discipline, and I don't know if I don't know if anybody out there knows anything about the Enneagram type, but I'm a 9, and so I tend to be a little bit all over the place. I tend to fit in any particular place. But the distracted by a phone call coming through. I apologize. Um, where was I going with that? Darn. And I have my cat running off in the background. Anyway, shoot. Well, my runaway train went off its tracks. So anyway, well, I was asking about what you guys do for self care. What little pieces. That's what it was. The discipline piece. I've never been good with discipline. As a 9, I tend to be all over the place. This conversation is something of an example. And I had discipline described to me on another video on a small little reel I saw as the actions you decide to take to give your the future you the tools and resources you need to have to do the things you want to do as your future you. Essentially, self-care for the future. And um, that really reframed discipline for me. And in many respects, because self care is one of my biggest learning points in my own personal journey, reframing discipline, which is something I also struggle with in terms of self care, which I am learning, um, makes a lot of sense to me. So I am. Anyway, I think I'm having a. How is my broadcast quality to those that are on right now? Because I am having some interesting. Okay, no problems. Okay, I'm just making sure. Weird stuff happening on this side, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. So I'm curious if, as you think of your days, what pieces do you want to put in place for yourselves to have an experience or an outcome that you can give yourself by doing self care now, or thinking of something that you don't want to do as self care for your future self? Yes, I like weird too, Ariana. um, Today, this morning for me, it was the laundry, it was the bedding. And a little bit later, I injured my shoulder here 4.5, 5 weeks ago, and it's not healing. I think I re-injured it maybe in the last couple of days. So, one self care to take care of my future self is going to be going back into the emergency room today to have it looked at and see if it needs something more than what I have. So I wonder, what do we often avoid that we need to do that really is self care for the future? Slowing down? What's slowing down? Oh, is that your self care, Ariana? And I forget that I can break out this chat. I'll pop out the chat, yes, and then I can put it over here in front of my camera. Oh, see, now I can see things. Yeah, we avoid slowing down. Yeah. That's probably one of the hardest things for me to convey to so many others in my field. It's this idea that we have to continue to do, that there are foundations of what we need are based upon what we do, uh, how we um, how we do in the world, and while that's important, it's only part of the equation. And slowing down to recognize that even not doing brings things to our world, that surrendering to what may already be in play and doing our piece of the puzzle, focusing on our little piece while we surrender to that. That's the hard part about slowing down for me, is the surrender and trust. So, for the last few minutes here, I am going to invite you to close your eyes if you wish, or leave them open. And I'm going to take you through just a light meditation and grounding, just to finish off the session and to leave you with something to create a transition space for the rest of your day. Again, if you feel like it, you can close your eyes and settle into wherever you're wherever you're sleeping, to wherever you're sitting or lying. Maybe you're standing, but just settle in. Find a comfortable space and a comfortable way in which your body wants to simply rest. Find that pace of breathing that allows you to get in touch with your own body's natural rhythms. Slow down enough to notice if you can feel your heartbeat. Listen to your body and what it's calling for. And take a couple more deep breaths. And find yourself in touch with your center of gravity, where you find yourself most present and emanating from. Feel into your deepest inner essence, what you're in touch with. Embrace it like you would a child or a friend or a loved one. Feel the gratitude for that center and for it, how it informs who you are and what you want to be. And if there's one small message that it has for you in this moment, allow yourself to receive it. Might be conscious, might be subconscious, might have words, might be an image, might be an emotion or a sense. Allow that message just to land, and it'll percolate up and through when it's ready. And when you're ready, take another couple more deep breaths. Come back up out of this space. Open your eyes if they're not already open. And feel into today. What do you want out of it? What can you do for yourself right now to get the most out of what you want? How can self-care be part of that? And that's what I got for you guys. 11:17, a little bit over the 11:15, but I was a little bit late, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. Any questions or anything else? Oh, breakfast. Yeah, I need that as well. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and until the next time, and I'll try not to be late next time. Have a good one.